Today, I'm going to share with you guys how I painted the bone white armor on my Chaos Knight Rampager.
That the entirety of the cosmos is accessible to each and every individual's mind, connecting to the great mind, the great spirit.
Welcome back to the channel, collectors. So in this video, I'm going to share with you guys how I paint my bone white armor on the Chaos Knight Rampager. This video is part of a greater series of videos where I take the Chaos Knight Rampager apart and paint component by component so that we can become better miniature painters together. So if you're ready to paint some modded white bone armor, let us begin.
This is the reference image from Painting Lemming which I saw on Instagram. I really like how the cool blue undertones contrast with the warm bone white armor on this image. And this video tutorial is about how I try to replicate this effect. So this armor panel has been primed with Krylon Camel Brown, and I'm beginning an overbrush stipple with Vallejo Watercolor Fuel Blue. At this point of time, you want to make sure that the fuel blue is slightly thin so as not to create any textures for further layers. So this video I'll be prominently featuring the overbrush technique. If you want an explanation of what overbrushing is, you can check out our overbrushing tutorial. Links will be in the description below. So at this point of time, one tip I can give you guys would be that you want to gradually build up the fuel blue layer and not try to go for 100% opacity on the first go. So I'm gradually working up, adding in Vallejo Watercolor Stone Grey into the mix. So my strategy for stippling this smooth surface is to start off from the highest highlight and stipple outwards. What this achieves is that this allows the highlight to be the most opaque, and when the paint starts to dry and the paint starts to get a little bit used up towards the end, it gives a very nice transition. This technique is very efficient. However, you need to be very familiar of where you place the highlights. So I follow the convention of placing highlights by my understanding of values. If you need a refresher of where to place the highlights, you can check out the understanding values video, which will be linked in the description below. So as you can notice, when paints are drying, they tend to become slightly darker. So you should believe in yourself and continue painting, even though the highlights might look a little bit too extreme when the paint is still wet. So gradually building up this highlight color, I'm still using Vallejo Watercolor Stone Grey. At this point of time, as I'm stippling more Vallejo Watercolor Stone Grey, I'm making sure that the edges are feathered and trying to create an opaque finish towards the highest highlight. So once I've achieved a relatively opaque mid-tone, I will be progressing onto the next color in just a little bit. So right now I've added in a little bit of Vallejo Watercolor Pale Sand and started to stipple in the highest highlights. So forgive the lack of focus here. The camera should be coming into focus in just a little bit. Okay, so gradually I'm starting off with the point of the highest highlight, and I'm slowly walking the highlights down to the previous color. Where the feathered edge is ending for this Vallejo model color pale sand, I'm trying to have the feathered edge meet the feathered edge for the Vallejo model color stone grey, so that we can create a smooth transition. So now moving on to Vallejo model color ivory for the highest highlights. I'm having this slightly thinned down to create a translucent effect and to ensure that the transition is as smooth as possible. While having a feathered edge, you want to make sure that the feathered edge meets the start of the previous layer's feathered edge. This gives all the transitions a mottled metal effect, and this is exactly what we're going for. So if you're enjoying this video right now, now's a good time to check whether you have liked and subscribed to our channel, as we post videos pretty often and like to see you in subsequent videos. So now we are approaching the end of the video. I'm just gonna place a more opaque layer of Vallejo model color ivory to create an extreme highlight right here. As you can see, I'm doing this a lot more lightly, and this gives the effect of the mottled texture look. I hope you found this video useful, and we're going to be doing some freehand in the next video, and I hope you join us in that video too. Painting some really awesome Chaos Star on the entire carapace of this Rampager. Thank you for your time. I hope you found this useful.
So that was how I painted the mottled bone white armor. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.
So in the next video, I'll be exploring how I gave an online class to Broadsword Gaming, and also some tips and tricks if you are ever interested to sign up for an online class.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my patrons for allowing me to do this. It is through their support and help I'm able to paint and create this awesome tutorial so that we get to become better miniature painters together. The exclusive video for this series would be the Bloody Copper on the Chaos Knight Rampager, and I hope you will go check that out. Just head on to the Patreon, and for as little as $1, you get to see my finished works earlier than anybody else in this world. However, if you can't become a patron, that's okay too. I'd like to thank you for your time for watching to the end. You can support the channel further by clicking the like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so that you know when we post the next videos, and I hope to see you in the next video. See you